The week she sang All Too Well on Saturday Night Live, Colin Jost opened Weekend Update with, "Well, guys, I think the lesson we all learned this week was never break up with Taylor Swift or she will sing about you for 10 minutes on national television." And I laughed because I'm a poet, and all poets know that if you date a poet, you risk becoming a poem. The same has always been true of Taylor Swift and songwriting, and as she says, it's not as if her exes had no warning. But the whole thing stirred up a lot of memories and feelings, and new feelings about those memories. All Too Well was originally released on the album Red in 2012 when Taylor was around 23 years old. When I was 23 years old, I was a completely different person than I am now, and I made some bad decisions. Luckily for me, I was too mentally ill to even consider dating, otherwise I can't imagine the romantic and sexual disasters I would have ridden to the bitter end. But either way, I have the luxury of having been young and stupid more or less in private. Even my blogs are gone, my poetry, only a few physical photographs remain in a box in my parents' attic. I relished erasing my MySpace and live journals as a goodbye to who I was when they were my everyday staples. Some things I kept. Homestar Runner, a few good friends, a stuffed kitten given to me by my poetry professor. But the rest I was free to forget, to let the world forget, to erase and move on from. I suppose the price tag of being a genius billionaire pop star is that Taylor never gets to do that, and I'm guessing she's more or less okay with that trade-off. But it also brought back the memory of the grating edge of every Taylor Swift joke from that era, how there was a bite to every smile and the bubbling edges of the bile, both overt and barely contained, from people judging a 23-year-old for her dating choices. And now, with the wisdom of age, I can say that, in her place, being young and hot and a superstar, I would do way more damage as the person I am now than she could do in 20 lifetimes. Bitch, I would jump on every dick, on every pussy, break every heart, spill all the tea, and generally make an ass of myself. And really, when it comes right down to it, if you're an artist who has already discovered a talent for spinning heartbreak into gold, wouldn't you be silly not to recklessly throw your heart into anything promising? Wouldn't you be crazy not to let yourself feel the highest highs and the lowest lows if you know that your reward will either be lifelong love or millions of dollars? I can't remember how judgmental I was back then, but I'm sure it was too much. And now I respect the shit out of her for living her truth unflinchingly in the face of assholes like me, who somehow decided her relationships were our business. I envy her for sucking the marrow out of life and crafting it into solid gold audio miracles. I admire her, one poet to another. If I could apologize to her, I would say a younger version of me was hurting a lot. And you were the perfect golden princess with the perfect golden life. And because your early work was most lavishly loved by teenage girls, the culture declared you an easy target at a time when I was itching for anything to swing at. I know I never hit you, but I'm still sorry. So please, golden princess, don't ever let anyone stop you from reaching for those highs or crawling back from those lows. Chase every form of love you've ever wanted to taste and write it all down in your journal to mine for ammunition later. Some people forget that your first hit was a sappy love song about being happy with someone you have history with until the moments of everyday life are a melody you both sing by heart. So keep on breathing in life and exhaling song, and keep on ignoring the opinions of people like me because they don't fucking matter. And thank you for everything.